First thing is to have a hearty breakfast on the first day of the new year. Got to make sure we start the new year off right. Then afterwards, we spent maybe the next 40 minutes taking photos and walking around just admiring the view. So now we'll go feed our dear friends some carrots. I don't want to feed the goats over there. They're pretty mean. Tried hanging out with them this morning. They didn't want me, but the deer are actually pretty nice. So we're gonna feed them some carrots and then choose our pictures. In the end, the deer weren't so interested, so we ended up feeding the goats. Now we're just walking around this tiny village. They're building a couple new hotels here. That's pretty cool. Maybe in the future, the mountain road will be paved a little better, easier to come up. Anyway, come take a walk with us. All right, now it's time for afternoon coffee and fruit, then we will head out. Goodbye, Wenhai. Oh. 3, 2, Lijiang 还是 Wenhai? Okay, goodbye, Lijiang. All right, today we're leaving Lijiang and heading to Lijiang, back to Lijiang. I like it there. Starting to charge right now. We're at the first charging station on our way back to Chengdu. We have about 4.5 hours left until we get to Lijiang, and I guess that's where we're going to spend the night. But man, I'll say one thing. I'm glad that we're kind of ahead of like the holiday traffic. It's made this drive a lot easier, much faster as well. Just now, as we were driving to the bottom of the mountain, we drove through Gucheng ancient village, and it was weird. I met a foreigner walking from Belgium. Cool to see a foreigner in another foreigner in a remote place like that. All right, we just stopped at Panzhihua Fuchu, the rest stop, and it's kind of cool. They're selling a bunch of mangoes up over there, but I guess we are going to drive through Lijiang tonight. So let's see where we end up, and if things go well, we'll be eating barbecue with some old good friends. We just bought 4 mangoes for about 24 yuan. She said in about 3 or 4 days they'll be good to eat. Looking forward to it. Should be pretty good. Here we are back at Lijiang, charging the car again. And long day of driving. I think today we clocked in, by the end of the day, we'll have 6 hours, which doesn't sound like much, but a lot of that was in the mountain, which was a little stressful. Oh my gosh. Finally arrived at the barbecue after 8 hours of driving today. We left the mountain at 2 and it's now around 10:30. Just waiting on some family to meet us here to eat barbecue. 我们一家人都吃烧烤过年了。
又差点把你衣服。
All right, we just arrived at the hotel. Kind of reminds me of Trump Tower, if I'm being honest. I like the fungo, nice style. Happy New Year to you.